Oh, yo! Good morning, champions. It's Marquise Money Mike Williams, founding member and executive senior director here at JMG Net Worth, the creator and founder of the Focus Freedom Movement. You guys, and I want to welcome you to Saturday morning training. I'm super duper excited to have each and every one of you plugged in. Go ahead and give us some comment love below. Let us know that you're in the building. Let us know that you're here, you guys, because the difference between amateurs and professionals is training. And I want to give you a very easy test. If you look at the amount of income that you make right now, if you look at the amount of time freedom that you have right now, and if you feel like that's amateur income, if you feel like that's amateur time freedom, either or, then you have to start changing the course of what you do. You have to start changing the demographic of what you do so that you can start getting professional income and professional time freedom. And that's going to take training. See, we could have all the motivation in the world and all the inspiration in the world. We could have all the tools in the world, all the people in our lives in the world. But if you don't know what to do, then you will never get to where you want to be. So it's important that you plug into training each and every week. It's important that you stay connected each and every week because the trainings and the calls are your filling station. I had somebody tell me, a close friend of mine, he said, man, I'm just not motivated. I'm in a hole in life and I don't know how to get out. And I said, the problem people have a lot of times in their life is when they feel some type of way, when they go into a valley, they tend to retreat into that valley by themselves. And you don't retreat into a valley by yourself, because if you knew how to get out the valley by yourself, you would already be out the valley. You wouldn't fall into the valley so far. So when you start to fall into a valley, that's when you start to call in the reinforcements. That's when, like the old game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's when you call in the lifeline. And the Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday freedom calls, that's one of your lifelines. Saturday training, that's one of your lifelines. Your sponsor, your upline, those are some of your lifelines. The Facebook group, that is one of your lifelines. You got to understand the tools and the exit strategies that are there for you. So when you find yourself, falling into that sunken place, that you know how to actually get out, or at least tap into the resources that are going to rise you up and help you get out of that situation. So over the course of the last couple weeks, we've been talking about a variety of different things. Where's my marker at? We've been talking about a variety of different things, from fundamentals to advanced trainings to, I'll just get a new one, it doesn't matter. Fundamentals to advanced training to, just life in general. So fundamentals. The fundamentals. We got the system. Okay? Step 1, 3 people. Step 2, 10 customers. That's the foundation of our system within JMG Net Worth. Okay? What's the strategy? The strategy. Okay, the strategy is success where my eraser go that fast? Success with JMG is simple as 1, 2, 3. What's that? You got to make one decision. You want something more out of life. And more importantly, you're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. You got to gather 2 customers. What's the difference between this 2 and this 10? Well, this 2 qualifies you to get paid. Your residual down through 7 levels. This 2 is less intimidating than the 10. So if you could do a little bit, then we'll teach you how to do a lot. But let's take baby steps. Let's work you in, because most people have never done anything like this before. Most people feel like this is sales, and it doesn't have to be sales. But we have to educate you and train you. You remember, you got to know what to do. This can be accomplished in your home. This can be accomplished with people who are love you and will just do it because it's you. This can be accomplished by connecting with a few people who just need the service. So it's not that difficult. If you truly want what's over here and you're over here, and if the only thing standing between you is finding two people who want better credit, better finances, better budgeting, and to get out of debt, then by golly, I will hope you be willing to go through these two people to get whatever that decision is to get over here. It's all about your will. How bad do you want it? Last week we showed you a video talking about if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll become successful. I've seen a lot of people drown in my day. Why? Because they didn't want it as bad as they wanted to breathe. They didn't want it bad enough. They talked the talk, but they weren't willing to walk the walk. So the third thing is 3 people. You notice these two correlate with each other. The strategy correlates, right? 3 people with 2 customers. So when you become superstar, your 3 people have already made a decision, and they've already gathered their 2 customers. So now all we got to do is help them get their 3 people as well. Do you see how simple we've outlined our strategy for people to be able to be successful? Now it's just a matter of being able to rock with it and go hard. So how do I do it, Marquise? What do I need to do? I still don't understand. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, you guys. I want to talk to you about a daily routine. I want to talk to you about a daily routine, because you have to have income producing activities in order to be successful. We only get paid to do 2 things. We get paid to gather customers and teach others to do the same thing. So we don't get paid for dinking around on Facebook. We don't get paid for checking our email. We don't get paid for talking on the phone with our sponsor and our upline. We don't get paid for that, all right? You have to understand the things that get you to where you want to be. Now, there's activities that lead up to gathering customers and teaching others to do the same thing. But you got to understand what's going to lead you up to those activities. So, and what's going to improve you to get better at leading up to those activities. So, what should you be doing on a daily basis? Daily routine. Well, number 1, when you first wake up in the morning, that's 10 minutes. When you first wake up in the morning, so this business doesn't have to take up a lot of your time. A lot of people keep making excuses saying, I don't have the time, I'm so busy, I got this going on, I got that going on. And I'm sitting here saying, man, you over here. You know, I'll go ahead and illustrate it. You're over here. Right? And over here is your goals, dreams. Right? And that's a big cliff. Down here is the bridge. That's the action bridge. You're over here. Your goals and dreams are over here. And instead of taking the action bridge, cats are jumping off the side, making excuses. It's like, come on, you guys, we got an opportunity to not only change our world and change our life, but we got an opportunity to change thousands of people's lives. And I wanna just kind of go on a rant here for a second, because I'm not gonna keep training long today. But I look at all the people who are talking about Colin Kaepernick. And let me preface this by saying I love what Kaepernick stood up for. I love what he has done. If you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Cap is doing what he needs to do. He's sacrificed millions. He is sacrificed for a cause. And I see all these people talking about, oh, I'm going to stand behind Kaepernick. The NFL's not doing Kaepernick right. So I'm gonna boycott the NFL. I'm not gonna watch football this year. I'm gonna do this for Kaepernick. I'm gonna do that for Kaepernick. And I sat back, I said, what about Martin Luther King, who sacrificed his life so that you could have equality, and so that you could have freedom, and so that you could have the opportunity to live the lifestyle of your dreams? What about Malcolm X, who sacrificed his life so that you could have equality, so that you can live the lifestyle of your dreams? And this isn't about race. This is, a majority of our team is African American, but this ain't about black and white and yellow and any other color. What about Jesus Christ, who sacrificed his life so that you can have freedom and be free from the sins that have been committed before you? And many other people of many different nationalities who sacrificed their life, who sacrificed millions so that you could have the opportunity to get involved with an opportunity to go after your goals and dreams. What about all those people? Why are you not honoring them by busting your ass in the opportunity that you've been provided? See, let me give you an illustration. And we're going to go back to the slave trade. And it doesn't matter what color slave it was, because there was many different nationalities that were slaves. But when I see people talking, I mostly see it on Facebook. I hear it every now and again. When I see people talking about, oh man, I'm going to get the money. I'm going to the job. I'm going to drive. Whatever the case they're doing. But they're still struggling. It makes me think back to the slave days. When the people say, yo, I'm going to get the cotton. I'm going to get it. I'm going to pick this cotton. I'm going to throw these barrels in the truck. It's like, yo, that's not life. That's not life. And you need to wake up and realize that that's not life. You are being leveraged so that somebody else can live life. And what you need to understand is that may be a temporary means to get to where you want to be, but you don't need to settle. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but there is something wrong with settling for that job being the be-all, end-all in your life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not be a slave to it. And see, when you look at the cash flow quadrant, and this is going to punch a lot of you in the face, and I hope it does. When you look at the cash flow quadrant, first you have an employee. And those are people who trade their time for money, right? And then you have the self-employed person, right? The self-employed person is the people who own their own job. But the problem is, especially in our community, is they think that means that they have arrived. They think they've arrived. But if a doctor don't see try the case, or if a doctor doesn't see the patient, they don't get paid. If a lawyer doesn't try the case, they don't get paid. If an Uber or Lyft driver don't get the ping, then they don't get paid. So you ain't arrived yet. You still haven't figured out how to incorporate the time and efforts of other people to get paid. That's why you got to come over here as a system owner. See, a business owner, a business owner puts a system in place that works for them. Puts a system in place that works for them. Kind of like Home Depot. Home Depot started with a 1,000 square foot warehouse with only 6 employees. Arthur Blank came from humble beginnings. Now you see Home Depot everywhere. Arthur Blank doesn't even go into Home Depot. He owns the Atlanta Falcons football team, but he still gets paid off the time and efforts of every single Home Depot employee worldwide. You look at the CEO, owner of Uber. He just stepped down, right? Well, it started with a few cars driving. Now it's millions of cars driving. Those of you who are drivers, you see that little 20% coming out every single time you get a ride. The owner of Uber gets paid off the time and efforts of every single trip, every single cancellation fee, every single ping. He gets paid. That's a business owner. That's a system in place that works for you even when you're not working. Now, the ultra too educated person, now your wheels are turning. You feel like, oh, I got to go get my own system. I don't want to be a part of this system. See, the problem with that is if you knew how to put a system in place by yourself, if you had the cash flow and the capital to do it by yourself, you'd already do it. So don't overthink it. You have the opportunity to be a part of something huge within this. And then once you get the cash flow, then once you get the freedom, time freedom, you can go off and do your own system. But this is the key. This is the vehicle to your passions. Some of you want to be entertainers. Some of you want to be actors and actresses. Some of you want to do great things. But you're limited by time or limited by money. Let this business and let our team and building together remove those limitations of time and money on your life. But you got to do something, okay? And then last but not least, the investor quadrant. And that's where your money is making you money. But remember, we all only have two objectives in this world. The first objective is to take care of our current lifestyle. Our current lifestyle is paid for by our labor. This is your current lifestyle right here. You got to put in some labor, at least in the beginning of each and every one of these. But our future lifestyle is paid for by our investments. Okay? Future lifestyle is paid for by your investments. So if you're so consumed with taking care of the current, you're so busy trying to get money now that you never get a chance to invest, then you're in trouble. Just because you invest a little bit now, don't feel like, oh, I'm an investor, I do it. That's cool, but we're talking on a bigger scale. There's so many things beyond your imagination, you guys. I want you to understand. You know, there's an investment pie, right? You know, you got capital gains, you got dividends, you know, you got so many things. There's an investment pie, and I want you to understand that there's so many things in this pie. You got savings accounts, you got cash, okay? You got real estate, you got iniquities, you got mutual funds, you got stocks and bonds. I mean, there's so many things that are in the investment pie, you guys, that I want you to understand that just because you're doing a little bit of stocks, just because you're doing a little bit of cryptocurrency, you're not setting yourself up for life. You're not taking full advantage. Inflation over the years has been about 3%. So if you're not outrunning inflation with a business and some investments, then you're still behind the 8 ball. So let's work together to make some things happen. I always tell people, stop thinking you know it all. Let's start thinking. It's not about having a pissing contest. It's not about who knows the most. It's not about me against you. I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm doing my best to help you. It's my job to get you to, when you put your reasons down and the ABCs to success, which, come on, you guys, let's go ahead and knock out this 48-hour pre-launch. I didn't say 48-day pre-launch. I said 48 hours. There's a couple videos, couple action steps in there. You knock out the 48-hour pre-launch so that we can get to the launch and start completing the action steps, which are going to help you complete the strategy, okay? But everything is mental first. You have to get the mental aspect down before, well, in addition to the action aspect, the physical action. So on a daily routine, wake up, every single morning. Spend 10 minutes meditating on the vision. Spend 10 minutes meditating on the vision. It may feel weird at first. I'll just be honest with you. I wake up every single day, you guys, and I go over my affirmations. I talk about success. I talk about money. I talk about my marriage. I talk about my children. And it feels real weird, you guys. It feels real weird in the beginning. I'm a money magnet. Money is coming my way from all different angles. My wife loves me to death. And she's my partner. You know, you're saying these things and it feels weird because you're speaking to yourself in the mirror and you're saying these things. You're not just saying it like, I'm a money magnet. You know, it's not a burden. Your success routine cannot be a burden. It has to be a passion. It has to be something that burns on the inside of you because you know that you know that you know that it's a means to an end to get you to where you want to be, okay? So you got to say it with passion as if you believe it. I'm a money magnet. Money flows my way from all different angles. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. You got to say these things, write these affirmations down. And then every single day, you spend 10 minutes meditating on the vision. Now, the 10 minutes meditating on the vision is not saying your affirmations, you guys. Those are, that's on you outside of 10 minutes meditating on the vision. When I say 10 minutes meditating on the vision, I'm saying if you want a new house, I want you to visualize yourself inside that new house. What does the floors look like? What does the floor plan look like? How is the kitchen outlaid? Where do you have the bookcases? Where do you have the TVs? What color paint is on the wall? How does the foundation look on the outside? Do you have brick? Do you have stucco? Do you have modern? Do you have contemporary? How big is your yard? What type of grass do you have in your yard? What type of trees do you have in your yard? What's in the backyard? You know, you visualize all these things. Why? Because when you begin to visualize it, when you meditate this thing on this thing each and every day, then what happens is it gets in your heart. It becomes real. And when something becomes real, it becomes a lot more difficult not to work for it. It becomes a lot more difficult to fall into that valley. It becomes a lot more difficult to give up on that thing that you visualize and you believe that you're going to get. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. If you want that car, what color is that car? What type of car is it? How does it feel when you pull up for the first time to mama and them's house? How does it feel when you pull up on the first time on all those haters that said you couldn't do it? You gotta become one and get that feeling. How does it feel when you just sit in your foyer in that new house and you just look like I did it? It doesn't have to be material things. It doesn't have to be material things. You want to put your kids or grandkids through school. How does it feel when you walk them onto that campus that first time and you're moving them into their dorm room? How does it feel when you get that first report card and you see those A's or those A's and B's? How does it feel? That's what you got to connect with. That's what you have to become one with. Every single day, 10 minutes, you meditate on that vision. Second thing, 30 minutes, personal growth and development. What are you doing to become a better you? I've said it very often, and I actually got this from Jim Rohn. You can work hard on your job, your business, whatever you have going on in life, and you'll actually make some money. You might make a good living for yourself. But when you work hard on yourself to become a better you, that's when you begin to make a fortune, you guys. That's when you begin to make a fortune. We put the right foods into our body so that we can feed and protect our temple, right? So we can keep it healthy. We read the Bible or whatever spiritual book you read and you listen to the sermons to feed your spirit man, right? But in addition to feeding it and making it healthy, you also make it healthy so that it can thwart off negativity. Our spirit man wants to thwart off the devil and all the negativity that the devil brings. Our temple wants to thwart off diseases and complacency and things that come against your body, right? It's just like grass. When you get weeds in your grass, yeah, you can get weed killer, but the best course of action is to make your grass healthy so that it can fight off the weeds itself. It can choke them out. All right? So the same thing is here. We got to put the right thing into our mindsets so that we can fight off all the haters and the negativity that is coming our way. The funny thing is sometimes we're our biggest hater. We're the biggest disbelief. Sometimes our spouses are, our significant others are. So you got to be prepared. You got to be built up and you got to grow you. Because when you become a better you, that's when you'll grow. People aren't going to see your bank account because they don't know your financial situation. But a lot of times people are going to notice a difference in you, how you walk, how you talk, how you carry yourself. And they're going to join just because they notice that positive impact in your life because they realize they're lacking it in their life. Okay? Third thing, you want to spend 30 minutes marketing. Okay? Marketing your business. And for those of you who haven't been through the ABCs to success yet, you don't understand there's a difference between prospecting, or it's also referred to as recruiting, and marketing. Okay? Prospecting is actively planting seeds, talking to people that you know or you have a personal relationship with, whether it's directly or indirectly, because we have both techniques that are going to get the people in front of the information. Okay? Marketing is planting seeds and using tools like we have these drop cards. Looks like a $20 bill. On the inside, you're going to find a message. So you put these in the gas pumps, you drop them on the floor, and it's the gift that keeps on giving, because somebody's going to pick it up and say, oh, $20! Oh, I can make more money. Or they're going to say, oh, $20! Oh, this ain't $20. They're going to throw it back down, right? But guess what? Somebody else is going to come and pick it up. For a little more shock value, I had $100. We have $100 ones, but my daughter always steals them. But, you know, from flyers to sizzle cards, you know, we got the sizzle cards over here. You know, you got this little sizzle cards. You can post them around town, you know, call into the message and leave you a message. We have a variety of different marketing techniques that you're going to learn, you know, throughout our system. It's not a part of the ABCs to success, because marketing is an advanced training technique. But the whole focus of the ABCs to success is to help you launch your business and to help you get to superstar. Okay? Success with JMG is simple as 1, 2, 3 equals superstar. Okay? And when you help your 3 people get their 3 people, because they already made the decision, because they already got their 2 customers, now these 3 people are superstars, that equals rockstar. And rockstar gets you $150 residual every single month. That's not a lot of money, but what I want you to understand is that when you make $150 a month, you got these 3 people, and you got 12 people total on your team, right? Well, when they get 27 down here, that means they're making $150 a month. If they're making $150 a month, that means you got to be making like $300 to $500 a month. So the more we help everybody get to rockstar, the more the people are going to continue to make money that supported and helped them and started it. You guys appreciate the little. That's how you get much. Everybody wants to focus on all the people and all the customers. No, focus on the strategy. Because if everybody focuses on just completing that little bit of strategy, then everybody's going to win. But everybody has to stop making excuses, get out their own way, and stop thinking that everything in life is so important and say, you know what? I'm going to take the next 90 days. I'm going to knock out this strategy, even though it can be done in 2 to 4 weeks, you know, the first 30 days. But commit, say, you know what? Anybody I work with, I tell them, we need to commit the next 2 years to rocking this thing out. Because we ain't talking about playing. We talking about creating millionaires. We talking about changing the world and changing people's lives. And for me, building God's kingdom. Okay? So this ain't a game for me. This is all that I got. So when I say I don't have time to spend time wasting time, I'm serious. I'm serious, you guys. Because some of you got jobs. Some of you got other means of income. I don't. So when I say don't play with my time, I mean don't play with my time. When I move on and I stop talking to you, it's nothing personal. I still love you, but I'm on a mission and I got things to accomplish. And if you don't value your goals and dreams as much as I value my goals and dreams, then I need to move on and find somebody who does, because we're on a mission. JMG Net Worth is on a mission to become a top 100 direct sales association company. And in order to do that, we got to create a bunch of millionaires. And that's where our visions connect. Because I want to create millionaires. They want to create millionaires. We're going to do it together. But everybody's not going to be a millionaire. But we got to create a bunch of thousandaires too. Got to create a bunch of hundredaires too. One thing, I can guarantee you 2 things. I guarantee you, if you don't do the work, you're not going to get no money. Guarantee you that. But I also can guarantee you that if you stick and stay, if you continue to work and you stay consistent, that you'll be in a better position spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, as well as financially than you were when you first got started. Why? because that's how our system and our strategy is set up, you guys. That's the awesome. Remember our 3 solutions. First one, I'm going to put over here, cash flow management. That's going to get you the money and the cash flow to funnel into assets and start investing anyway, okay? 2, business income, which is using the JMG Net Worth vehicle. That's just pouring gas on the fire. That's just the exponential growth of it, okay? Just cash flow management, you could do it, but it's going to take a little bit of time. JMG Net Worth speeds up the process because you got some more business income you can add to these 2 income streams. And then third, you start investing that bread, okay? You get that bread working for you. We got it all figured out. You don't got to figure it out. You don't got to reinvent the wheel. You just got to follow directions. All right? So 4th thing, your marketing, right? 4th thing, spend 30 minutes learning something new. In other words, some type of training. Look back on trainings that we've done. Meditate on trainings that we've done. You know, let it resonate with you. You know, connect with it. All right? And then 5th thing is you want to spend at least 30 minutes, and I say 30 to 60, taking action. All right? So if you add that up, that's 2 to 3 hours a day building your business. Now you do this right when you wake up, right? You could do this in the car on the way to work or on the way to pick up your clients or in between Uber rides, right? You could do this while you're out and about. You can sit down and do this for 30 minutes early or late. And you can do this while you're out and about too. So stop making excuses. Stop making it out like it has to be the perfect, the moons have to align and everything has to be perfect for you to do it. I remember one time I used to always like to get new equipment when I was in college for music. And I'll never forget one of my best friends, Chris Craft, he told me, he said, man, I just learned to work with what I got. He had this old beat up ASR X, but he used to make the flyest beats on it. And I learned from that day, you know what? Learn to work with what you got. Everything's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be just like you want it. But you have to make sure that you don't get caught in a get ready state. You got to make sure that you don't find yourself making excuses. And definitely don't let your why become your excuse. Oh, I'm doing it for the kids, but I don't have time to do it because of the kids. You know, don't fall into that state, you guys. Don't be so focused on your problems that you miss your blessing and your breakthrough, okay? Because life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. So hopefully you learned something today during training about what you can do on a daily basis to get on track and to begin getting to where you want to be. But it all starts, you got to dig into that ABCs to success, you guys. Jump into the 48-hour pre-launch. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait. Let's get it done. Whatever you have going on, whatever's taking up your time, ask yourself, is it getting you closer to your goals and dreams? Is it getting you closer to taking care of your 2 objectives? Is it getting you closer to becoming a millionaire? And if you're a smart ass and you say yes to all those, lastly, ask yourself, who else is it helping? Is it being a blessing to somebody else, or is it only servicing you? Okay? Because you're the best investment that you got. And you're born to win. But you got to play to win right now. You guys make the decision today that you want something more out of life. And more importantly, you're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. More importantly, recommit to that decision if you haven't already. All right? Recommit to that decision. Recommit to it. And then let's go get you active. Let's get you a couple customers so that you're qualified. And then once you go through the ABCs to success, you'll learn how to get the 3 people. Because I'll leave you with this. And I know I started the exit. Hopefully, you can rewind the video to see this. Question for you. Do you know somebody who has a credit score? Yes or no? Pretty sure the answer is yes. Okay. Well, because, and not somebody, you. Do you have a credit score? Yes or no? Obviously, rhetorical question. Yes. Okay. Second question. Do you know somebody who has a credit score? Obviously, yes. Third question. Doesn't it make sense to get paid simply because you and everybody you know has a credit score? Yes. So what are you waiting for? We got a summer promotion. That says you get in for $63. Right? And for each person that you refer to the company, you get paid $20. So if we got you in and we went and found 3 people who want to actually increase their cash flow, who actually want to get paid simply because them and everybody they know has a credit score, who actually wants to create a future and build investment income to take care of their future, who wants to create financial and time freedom. You got those 3 people in. How much did you pay to get started in your business? $3. So my question is, what are we waiting for? We got the tools. We got the system. We got the 24-hour info line to pique interest. We got the timetofocus.com website to pique interest. Just keep getting people in front of those things. Find out who wants more out of life. You're gonna find 3. That's play 1. Pique their interest. Then you want to tell them the full story. How do you do that? You got the conference calls. You got the Focus Marketing System website that has the video. Okay? You got one-on-ones with your sponsor, your upline. But I want you to imagine this. What are they gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna go and they're gonna get their 3 people so that they can get their money back too. And though you don't actually get paid any bonuses off these 9 people, what I want you to understand is it gets them excited. And as you go and you get your 2 to 10 customers, and then they go get their 2 to 10 customers, that's when the residual income starts to flow up. So you have 3 people, you have 9 people, and as the system continues to grow, you got 81, 243, 729, 2187. You got that flowing, right? I want you to think about something. This can happen because these are levels. You got the first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, sixth level, seventh level, right? These are levels. Well, this could happen in, what's that, 7? That could happen in 7 months, right? What if you're hungry, right? What if you're hungry? Like, yo, let's create a movement. Let's move with this thing. This is exciting. What could happen in 7 weeks, right? What if you haven't eaten in a while? What if you're like, you know what? This is my shot. This is my opportunity. This is my chance. What could also happen in 7 days, right? It could. It could. Hell, I've actually seen it happen in 7 hours. So my question is, who's hungry? Who wants to get out and pound the pavement and find those 3 people? Because the reality is, it's just like, let me grab some of these cards real quick so I can do this last illustration for you. If we had a deck of 52 cards, right? And you wanted to find the 4 aces. You could go Put it down. That's not an ace. But that's an ace. You can go through them pretty slow, right? Or you can go through them quickly. How soon do you want to find your aces? Go through the 48-hour pre-launch. Go through the ABCs to success. Let's get moving, and let's get your 3 people, and let's take advantage of this promotion, you guys. Let's build the distribution network, because what happens is when you build all these people up, right? This is 3279 people, right? If everybody just one customer, just using the service themselves, that's $6,000 a month. If everybody actually gets qualified, that's $12,000 a month. What happens when the company says, yo, we're going to launch electricity. You're going to get paid on electricity. You think everybody's not going to say, I use electricity. I know other people who use electricity. Doesn't it just make sense to get paid because me and everybody else we know uses electricity? You damn Skippy, of course it will. Even with the Bodywork Premium Foods, I just illustrated people using the My Credit is Better than My Financial Worth services. You think other people are going to say, I buy food. I got food in my house. Why not buy food from myself and get paid for it? And we're not even counting net sales worth. You guys, this is a gold mine. This is an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. You just have to take advantage of it. So again, I'll say it. You're the best investment that you got. You got to realize that. You got to embrace that. You got to realize it every single day while you're going through your daily routine. You're the best investment that you got, and you're born to win. So stop focusing on the problems. Start focusing on the solution and play to win right now, because you are already a champion. Let's go hard today. Let's rock out the Super Sunday Freedom Call tomorrow, and let's get on the road to making August the biggest month ever. If you missed last week's training, check it out, because we talked about the next 90 days and what we want to do for our 9th year anniversary in October. I love you guys. I'll see you at the top, and I'll see you at the bank. Peace.